We continue to follow this morning's Board of Supervisors meeting where county leaders approved a new facility to help the homeless. The low barrier shelter is coming to central Bakersfield, and new this hour we are hearing from the sheriff and the district attorney who talked about the situation. They say their respective agencies have been tied up by criminal justice reforms that make it harder for substance abusers to get the help they need. 17's Aton Wallace is here with more. Aton.
Well, to be clear, current Sheriff Donnie Youngblood and District Attorney Cynthia Zimmer say they support today's approval of a site for construction of a low-barrier homeless shelter in central Bakersfield, but they add building a low-barrier homeless shelter is just a Band-Aid to a larger issue. They say criminal justice reforms have only exacerbated the homeless epidemic here in Kern County and statewide. Specifically, they have issues with Prop 47, approved by voters in 2014. Under this initiative, certain low-level felonies were reclassified as misdemeanors. The measure also allowed some low-level offenders to leave state prison early, and that, they say, has led to some people ending up on the streets who should be in jail. Furthermore, Sheriff Youngblood says his deputies now can only write citations to drug users on the streets to appear in court, but DA Zimmer says many of those who receive citations never show up for court. Zimmer and Youngblood now want to work with judges to ensure those issued citations actually show up to court and are kept in custody so they can sober up and get the help they need.
Unless they post bail and unless we run out of jail beds, they'll be kept in custody. They won't be signing a promise to appear, and the district attorney will then prosecute those cases, and the judges will then sentence these people. And if we all work together, we can keep these people in custody long enough to have the opportunity to address their issues with help from programs that we already have at Lerdo.
We'd like to be able to come up with a drug court like we used to have, but for misdemeanors. It's still a crime to possess drugs. It's still a crime to be under the influence, but we need the bed space to be able to incarcerate people, at least for a period of time, so they can have a clear head and make good choices about how to get off drugs.
Both Zimmer and Sheriff Youngblood say they will need more funding to implement a drug court. Meantime, an initiative to overturn much of Proposition 47 has qualified for the November 2020 ballot.